All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatam. I'm coming with a short lesson on someone has to go in order for peace to come. Okay. The Edouin Yahweh gave an eloquent lesson about that. I'm not as eloquent in my speech, so forgive me. I'm not as eloquent in my speech as my Edouin Akarab, Captain Akarab. Salute. I'm going to give my best variation of SOT doctrine. Kind. All right. Jeremiah 9, verse 23. It reads, Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. So with that being said, first of all, Israel, what you cannot do and what you will not do is think you're going to pump oneself up higher than Yahweh. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to pump yourself up higher than Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? You are a servant. This is our job, to do the works of Yahweh, to walk the walk that the Creator has made for us to do. You see what I'm saying? See, the problem is out here, we get beside ourselves and we forget the grassroots that we come from. Okay? And see, understand this. The Creator, he gets all the credibility for everything. Okay? Without the Creator, there's nothing. He does not leave us strong. He don't do anything, okay? And see, without us acknowledging him, we are at fault. You see what I'm saying? And that's what got us in this situation and in this poison that we're in now, okay? And that's what we got to get away from, okay? From the disobedience and the disobedience that we have brought upon ourselves, okay? Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom. Just because you're smart and you got a little wisdom, come on, man. You got to stay humble. Fall back. Fall back, Israel. You got to fall back. That's cool to have a little wisdom. I got a little short story. Every time, and it's crazy. Every time that I pump myself up on some personal experience, I get cracked across my head. But even to today, I get cracked across my head. From being a shorty, I was one of the best shorties locally in the JFL junior football league circuit in St. Louis. You see what I'm saying? Even in high school, I ain't got the biggest of stats, none of that. Quick, fast. I came out. I lost three football games. One of them was a state championship throughout all of my high school careers. Once we get vain and get bogus and start putting ourselves up on a higher pedestal, the most I got a way of breaking us back down. Okay? Even if I'm out on the street fight, I can sit here and tap somebody, bing, bow, do all that over. And as soon as I get up, it'll be the one that I don't see. I ain't won every fight. It may be the woo woo woo. They come back and bite you. Like, damn, he done just I got to run it back. I shouldn't have to run that back door if I had been paying attention to being all the way on point. You see what I'm saying? But because of one's arrogance, it can always cause one to stumble and fall. Like the scriptures say, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Okay? You can't glory in your might. Just because I just sit here and knock somebody out and I just did X, Y, and Z, that don't mean that the next person that you overlooking won't touch you. That's how it go. That's how I go. When you not paying attention out here, you can always get touched. You see what I'm saying? Like straight up. You ain't never too big to get shut down. And that's what Israel's problem is. Throughout the whole book, we went through this. Going through this. We're supposed to be the mighty men for real. But because of our arrogance, we constantly get chopped down at the knees. Okay? And that ain't the way to be. We got to be humble in this walk. Okay? Yahweh, he knows what he's doing when he's doing it with us, because we get beside ourselves. It was where was it at? Where it said that he didn't want Israel, he didn't want the army to get too big, and he said he only wants to take 300 men. 300 that lap the water out of their hand. You see what I'm saying? Drinking it like a dog. That's who he chose to go to war with, because Israel get too arrogant. We got that issue. We be tripping. And I'm wanting to say, I know I be tripping. I ain't even gonna stunt Israel. Okay? I'm not gonna take nothing. I know I be tripping. So these scriptures ain't no lie. I ain't found no lie nowhere in here. Okay? It say, let not the rich man glory in his riches. Just because you got a couple dollars don't mean you're not gonna end up broke tomorrow. Just because you know a couple precepts and verses don't mean you're not gonna get spanked tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? That ain't how this work. Let's go to I got Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28 and 30, I believe. Oh, Slack. I got Ezekiel 28 and 3 through 7. So behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. So you wiser than Daniel, and you think you're going to hide a secret from Yahweh. While the wisdom went with thine understanding, thou hast gotten the riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. You got gold and riches, gold and silver, and then you hold them as your treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. So because you getting more paper, your chest sticking all up. So you think you tough now, huh? Right? That's the Israel trait. Israel does this all the time. Okay. Therefore, thus said Yahweh, our power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahweh. Okay, because you set your heart saying that you are God now. There was a video when Puffy was sitting up there saying that I am God, I'm God, I'm God. Boy, if you don't sit your... Stand down, partner. Look at me. He's standing out on the balcony looking at the sun, talking about, look at me, I'm God. Who do you think you are, homie? Who you think you are? Homie, you all praise to the Most High, I ain't Yahweh. But then again, all praise to the Most High, I ain't Yahweh. Because I'd have spanked myself a long time ago. Let alone this character. You see what I'm saying? We can't live like that. We got to be humble. And I can take correction. All praise to the Most High. I learned how to take correction over time. I'm older now. The young me couldn't take correction. Everything was a battle. You know what I'm saying? I can take correction now. The Most High knows what he's doing. He knows who he's dealing with. He allowed me to be introduced to certain brothers. And certain elders and told me, check yourself. You can't be that arrogant. I still try not to be that type of person. I know it's in there, but that's why I got to continue to fast and pray. The scriptures say we must fast and pray diligently, you know, and learn, you know, and use wisdom, so that we got to kill the old man. We got to suppress that old man, because if we don't, that old man will rise up, that flesh will rise up, and that's what we got to always constantly kill, that flesh, right? So well, let's continue. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the cherubim of the nations, and they shall draw thy swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. So what he's saying is, Just because you smart, just because you got all that, he allowed it. The same way he got us struggling right now. The heathen straight rising against us. We got Esau and Amalek who trash truck juice out here. They can't do nothing with us on no given day, especially as a nation of people. And he allowed them to rise up on it. I sit back all the time and be looking at the heathens like, how are they standing above us? How they not better than us? It's because of our disobedience, though, Israel. Israel, we must come back to the fold. We must go back to the laws of Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. If we do what the Most High told us to do, we will not be in this situation that we're in right now. It's our disobedience that has us here today. Okay, Israel, we must come back to this. Because I'm sick and tired of it, tell you the truth. But as a body, I got to go through it and ride with it with y'all. My job, Israel's job as a man of Israel is to be a priest and be a king. Okay? That's what we must do in order for us to get out this situation. Okay? What I got a precept, I got Romans 10:5 right here, precept. For Moses describing righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth those things shall live by them. We must live by the law. Okay, Israel? We must live by the law. If we don't live by the law, we in trouble. We already in trouble. How are we going to get out of this trouble? Going back to the law, statutes, and commandments that Yahweh has given us. I praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Israel.